Dr. J and the posse, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Jack Hancock welcoming you to Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers basketball play as the Pioneers begin the Heart of America Athletic Conference postseason tournament today with a quarterfinal matchup against Missouri Valley College. The two have met twice so far this season, splitting the series thus far, with the Pioneers falling in the first one 78-84, but bouncing back in their most recent contest, and the Pioneers won that one 75-58, so it should be a good one here today between these two teams. The Pioneers' key to successes today, the keys to success, shutting down Giovanna Moore of that Vikings team. Now, she's been electric for this Vikings team, averaging 20.3 points per game. And she's been a great playmaker for this team. She, in their last contest, had 6 assists. She averages 4 assists a game, basically, and 92 assists this season. So shutting down playmaker Giovanna Moore, who is a junior out of Independence, Missouri, that'll be a key to success today for the Pioneers in this one as they begin conference tournament play. The other big key to success for the Pioneers, as was last time these two teams played, was Ariel Sargent. 15 points last time these two teams played, made 2 3-pointers, and overall 5 rebounds. Rebounded great for the Pioneers, Ariel did in that game, and really helped the Pioneers come away with that win. The 75-58 win in that game. What Missouri Valley did very well in that game that the Pioneers need to hope does not happen today was their ability to shut down Cameron Green and Bianna Pettis, holding Pettis and Green both to only 4 rebounds. Pettis with 5 points and Green with 4 in that game. Now this season, Pettis is averaging 10.1 points a game and 5 rebounds. So to put up 4 and 5 was not necessarily what was expected from Pettis in that one against this tough Missouri Valley team. But it should be a good one here today. Pioneers hoping to shut down Giovanna Moore and pick up the win and move on in the Heart of America Athletic Conference tournament. We'll be right back with more. This is Jack Hancock welcoming you to the Bell Family Arena here at the Cook Event Center for what should be some excellent basketball between the Pioneers of Mid-America Nazarene University and the Vikings of Missouri Valley College. The winner of today's contest will go on to play Grandview in Des Moines, Iowa in the conference tournament semifinals, and then will likely go on to face Clark, who are the clear 1 seed in the Heart of America Athletic Conference and have been truly dominant this season in Heart of America Athletic Conference play. Pioneers should have a great squad out here tonight, and starting for the Pioneers, a typical starting lineup, seeing Lydia Austinson, Jordan Gonzalez, Bianna Pettis, Cameron Green, and Ariel Sargent out there for the Pioneers to start.
Now everyone please rise for the opening invocation by ASG President Katie Blaylock, and to remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Alyssa Birmingham, a sophomore nursing major from Valley Center, Kansas.
Would you please bow your heads and pray with me? God, we come before you with grateful hearts for the opportunity to share the talents and compete with the skills you have blessed us with. I place strength over these players today, not only for their bodies, but for focus, discipline, and determination. As they play, grant them protection from injury and harm, and help them overcome any obstacles that may arise in this game. As fans, help us to cheer with enthusiasm and respect towards both teams. May we compete with integrity and sportsmanship, always remembering that we are ambassadors of your love and your grace. Thank you for loving us and creating us in your image. Help us to glorify you in everything we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
And now for tonight's starting lineups, first for Missouri Valley.
So starting for Missouri Valley will be Giovanni Moore,
Number 1, Giovanna Moore.
Rajon Callahan, Blanca Alcalde,
Senior from Salamanca, Spain. Number 10, Blanca Alcalde. Midfielder guard 5'6" soccer from Lombard, Illinois. Number 23, Sophie Sullivan.
So Sophie Sullivan also starting, and she's been a great player for this Missouri Valley team,
Noah Fernandez.
averaging 11.7 points per game. And now get ready for your Pioneers starting lineups. And starting for the Pioneers,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers.
for the Pioneers, we've got Lydia Austinson on the court, Jordan Gonzalez, Bianna Pettis, Cameron Green, and Ariel Sargent. Cameron Green playing down low at center with forwards Ariel Sargent.
Jordan Gonzalez.
And it should be a great one here today. Cameron Green leading this team with 11.5 points per game and 6.2 rebounds per game. But the last time these two teams met, the Vikings were able to hold Cameron Green to only 4 rebounds and 4 points. So Cameron Green needing to not repeat what happened last time these two teams played and score some points for this Pioneer team early on, as the Pioneers hope to survive and advance in postseason play. Missouri Valley sporting the all black with orange, and the Pioneers in the white with blue writing. Taking the tip for the Pioneers will be Cameron Green, the 6-foot-tall freshman from Fairgrove, Missouri. And for the Vikings is number 5, Rahon Callahan, the 5'10" junior from Wichita, Kansas. Be very curious to see how this one goes, and we are underway here at the Bell Family Arena with Pioneer basketball. Austinson with the ball up top. Something as the scoreboard clock went out there for a second. It's back now, and the Pioneers will take over the ball again with Bianna Pettis throwing it in. So Austinson up top, point guard for the Pioneers. And down low there, Cameron Green. Green for 2 from down low. Great little spin move getting around the Vikings defense. See some defense here from the Pioneers. They're gonna play some, Pioneers playing some tight man defense here early on, as driving with that one was Sophie Sullivan, unable to connect. But Noah Fernandez puts that one in as Pettis looks for Green down low. Green posting up, spin move, misses. Rebounded by Fernandez. And driving up the court is Sophie Sullivan. Sullivan to Moore. Moore guarded by Pettis. Pettis with 45 steals on the season. And that one good from Fernandez again. A correction, that one was from Sophie Sullivan. As Pettis pulls up from the elbow, unable to connect. And the Vikings come up with the rebound. Noah Fernandez driving all the way across the court, unable to connect, but gets her own rebound. You know, that's what could be a deciding factor in this game is the ability to stay with the shot and make sure you're making those rebounds. It's been a big theme for the Pioneers all season. As Green looks for Austinson. Austinson drives to Pettis. Down low to Green. Pettis for 3. It's good. Bianna Pettis from outside, putting the Pioneers in striking distance in this one as they're down 1. Great defense there from the Pioneers as Jordan Gonzalez gives to Bianna Pettis. Miscommunication there. Pass from Pettis to Green just a bit too hard. And great effort there from Sophie Sullivan on the assist to Noah Fernandez. Sullivan putting in all of her effort to stick with that one and stay with the play. And put some points on the board for the Vikings. Austinson down low, unable to connect. Fernandez with the ball up top. Gives to Sullivan. Sullivan drives. Bit of a defensive breakdown there as Sullivan was able to get right into the house of the Pioneers. Pioneers have 2 subs that look like they're about to come in. It's Allison Fringe is one of them. As Pettis drives, can't hold on to that one. Giovanna Moore unable to connect, but sticks with it, gets the rebound, and puts it back in. Timeout called by the Pioneers. Now Moore has been averaging 20.3 a game, but has been held to just 2 today. Pioneers trail 12-5 with 6:20 left in the first quarter of play. Curious to see what the Pioneers can do going forward in this first quarter. Let's take a look at that Pettis 3. Gorgeous, great pass there. And an even better shot from Biana. So Pioneer ball with just over 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Pettis driving down the court. Pioneers made a substitution that timeout. Aubrey Rogers and Allison Fringe came in. That duo have been strong for the Pioneers all season. As Ariel Sargent gets open down low and able to get on the board there for the Pioneers. That one from Sargent just doesn't fall as Giovanna Moore drives and still unable to connect. She's 1 for 3 so far on the evening as Rahone Callahan pulls up for the 3 and misses there. Pettis gives to Sargent, to Rogers. Rogers, the sophomore from Olathe, Kansas. As Gonzalez gives to Fringe. Pioneers just trying to get some offense going as Fringe is down, and way to stay with that one. The effort, shot clock's going down, and there's a foul on the court. Foul is on number 10. Blanca Alcalde, her first, and the team's first, and so now shooting will be Aubrey Rogers. Checking in for the Pioneers is Lydia Austinson. Now Rogers, a 79% free throw shooter, is just the person you want to have at the line in these situations for the Pioneers. As Rogers makes the first. And makes the second. Free throws there from Rogers, both good, and that puts the Pioneers down 3 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Callahan with the ball for the Vikings. Callahan driving, stuck up top, looking for help. Great zone defense here from the Pioneers as Callahan gets through and makes that one. Gonzalez drives for the Pioneers and puts that one in as the Pioneers trail 3. Pioneers looking to make another sub. Great effort there from Ariel Sargent. Diving on that one and really giving her all to get to that one as Cameron Green checks in for the Pioneers. So now with Green in for the Pioneers, Pioneers offense needing to get something going and get some open looks as Austinson has one there for 3, unable to connect on that one. And the Vikings rebound. Giovanna Moore with the ball. Team's top scorer takes the three. It's good. Moore's a 38% three-point shooter on the season, but able to connect there as Aubrey Rogers takes the three, and it's good. Aubrey Rogers pulls up for three. The sophomore from Olathe East, shooting 37% on the season in three-pointers, adds three more for the Pioneers there. So Giovanna Moore, Pioneers really shut her down early, but she's started to get a lot more going for her later in this first quarter of play. Foul there called on Rahone Callahan.
That's her first, second team foul. Back into the Pioneers,
Bianna Pettis checking in for the Pioneers. Pettis, the senior from Memphis, Tennessee, in what is to be her final game at the Bell Family Arena, as she throws this one in to Cameron Green. Pettis for three, unable to connect, and that one's rebounded by Callahan. Callahan driving. Great steal there from Bianna Pettis as Pettis drives, slowing everything down, letting plays develop, and that's how you know the true signs of a senior leader on a basketball court, as Austinson is fouled as she goes for this one.
that's her first, third team foul.
So that one was on Noah Fernandez, and Austinson to shoot now. Austinson is a 75% free throw shooter. Austinson had 14 points the last time these two teams met and really had a great game with 14 points and 5 rebounds with 3 assists and a steal. So that was a great game from Lydia Austinson, hoping she will repeat that here today as the Pioneers trail by 1 with just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Austinson guards her man. And they are going to get called with over and back there as Blanca Alcalde just couldn't keep her feet from crossing that line on that one. Pettis taking it up for the Pioneers, gives to Green. It's one thing, a great screen there from Cameron Green, making a great opening for Aubrey Rogers to shoot that three. That's what I was just saying about this Pioneer team. One thing that makes them so impressive and what gives them the potential to go far in this Heart of America Athletic Conference tournament is their ability to set up plays and make plays on the offensive side. Some great screens and great passes and great cuts made by this Pioneer team, leading to great plays like that as Gonzalez and Sargent check in for the Pioneers. Sargent with the ball up top, gives to Gonzalez for three. No good. Colin over the back there on Ariel Sargent.
First team foul.
Pioneers not in any sort of foul trouble here. That's just their first foul called on them. And it comes with 1:30 left in the first quarter of play. Up top, Moore with the ball. Giovanna Moore, team's star stud, driving. Great move there from Moore, and she's able to connect. Last time these two teams met, Moore had 15 points, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. As the three is good from Ariel Sargent. A great shot there from Ariel Sargent to put the Pioneers up 3. Just 16 seconds separating the shot and game clock here in this first quarter of play. Moore with the ball up top, guarded by Pettis. Pulls up for the jumper, unable to connect, and the Pioneers unable to rebound on that one, but ball is off Missouri Valley fingertips, and it's going to be Pioneer ball. Vikings making quite a few changes here with 22 seconds left in this first quarter of play. Pettis taking the ball up for the Pioneers. Gonzalez cutting, and Austinson pulls up for 3. Unable to connect on that one. And a great charge taken there at the end of the first quarter. So Lydia Austinson takes the charge there to end the first quarter of play. The referees discussing. Let's see if they call that charge. They do. Fouls on number 24, Noah Fernandez. It's going to be Fernandez's second foul and the team's 4th. See if we can take a look at that charge there from Austinson. Great basketball IQ, knowing that the Vikings were likely to take a shot there as time was expiring, but able to set her feet and take that charge. Leading the Pioneers in this one so far is Aubrey Rogers with 8 points for the Pioneers, having a great game for her with a rebound as well. And Giovanna Moore so far 7 points for the Missouri Valley Vikings. Pioneers needing to slow her down. So 0.8 seconds were put back on the clock. So there will be 0.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. And time expires there. And now the first quarter is over, and we will head to the second. We will be right back with second quarter basketball right after this. This is Jack Hancock bringing you today's coverage. Welcome to the Bell Family Arena for second quarter of Pioneer basketball, as the Pioneers take on the Missouri Valley College Vikings in Heart of America Athletic Conference tournament play. This is the quarterfinal between these two great teams. Been a great first quarter of play, and I'm looking forward to what should be an exciting second quarter. Taking the ball up is Kyra Williams. Williams drives and makes that one for the Vikings. So Kira Williams able to connect as Pettis looks to connect there, and a block from Giovanna Moore. Moore with the ball, guarded by Rogers. Down low was Maria Rubio, and a lane violation called on Missouri Valley. Can't be making that mistake this late into the season. Could prove costly for the Vikings as the Pioneers lead by 1. Green gives to Sargent. Green back up top to Pettis. Pettis looking to get something going. Passing, great pass to Sargent, who was wide open on the corner, unable to connect as Rogers puts this one in for the Pioneers. Missouri Valley taking their time, letting things develop here offensively, and they're going to call an illegal screen there. Offensive foul on Jocelyn Thompson.
That's her first personal, first team foul.
Green with the ball for the Pioneers, gives back to Rogers, who has been on fire for the Pioneers. Rogers to Green. Green down low, guarded by Jocelyn Thompson. Some great coverage there as Green was unable to connect. The shot from Williams does not fall, as Pettis drives to the lane. Foul called. Fouls called on number 3, Kira Williams.
That's her first personal, second team foul. Checking it for Pioneers, Allison French. Vienna Pettis at the line, shooting 2.
And Pettis now to shoot 2 for the Pioneers. Pettis, a 75% free throw shooter on the season, makes the first, misses the second. And now has the ball at the three-point line. Pettis looks to give to French. French drives. French. And it's going to be Pioneer ball, but not before the Vikings make a substitution. Coming in will be Blanca Alcalde. And for the Pioneers is Lydia Austinson. So Austinson to enter for the Pioneers. Austinson, who took that great charge at the end of the first quarter, checking back into the game for the Pioneers. The senior from Tecumseh, Kansas. Austinson with the ball. Gives to Rogers. Rogers lets it fly, and feet get tangled up there with Callahan. So foul was on Regine Callahan as Rogers goes to the line now to shoot 2 for the Pioneers. Timeout called. This will be a 30-second timeout. So Pioneers See, look at that. Yep, just the feet get tangled there as Reginae Callahan did not have her feet set as Rogers was driving to the lane there. Pioneers have done a pretty decent job passing the ball around today, and limiting the turnovers, which has been a big key for this team this season. So far, only 2 turnovers for the Pioneers, and the Pioneers forcing 9 turnovers. So a pretty great turnover differential for this Pioneer team. So Rogers now to shoot 2. Sinks the first. Rogers now has 11 points on the day and leads the team with points. Now entering for Missouri Valley is Maddie Ferrara. So Maddie Ferrara, the junior from Hendersonville, Tennessee, checks in, hoping to get some offense going here for Missouri Valley in the second quarter. Pioneers have scored 5 points this quarter and have held Missouri Valley to only 2. As Giovanna Moore picks up the foul there, and the team's 4th in this quarter. 8 fouls on the day for the Vikings. Rogers with the ball guarded heavily there by Kira Williams and is unable to connect. Great defense there from Ariel Sargent breaking up the pass, but taken back by Blanca Alcalde. And Sophie Sullivan gets the points for the Vikings. Rogers with the ball, swings it to Austinson. Austinson drives down the middle. And Lydia Austinson able to connect there and lay it in there for the Pioneers. The attempted finger roll there from Blanca Alcalde as she is unable to connect. And the defense there from the Vikings falls apart as Ariel Sargent is wide open down low in the paint and able to connect. So this is going to be a full timeout for the Vikings. This is Jack Hancock bringing you today's coverage, and we will be right back after this. This is Jack Hancock welcoming you back to the Bell Family Arena here at the Cook Family Event Center for Heart of America Athletic Conference Tournament play. In the quarterfinal here today between the Pioneers of Mid-America Nazarene University and the Vikings of Missouri Valley College. Pioneers lead this one 31-23. Pioneers have had a pretty solid second quarter of play, scoring 9 points to Missouri Valley's 4. The Pioneers, the 3rd seed in the conference, hosting the 6th ranked Missouri Valley Vikings. The winner will go on to play 2nd ranked Grandview in Des Moines, Iowa. Williams drives and is fouled as she shoots. Fouls on Rogers.
That's her first team foul.
And Williams will shoot.
Williams at the line, shooting 2.
So Kira Williams, a 66% free throw shooter on the season. And makes the first here. Pettis taking it up for the Pioneers. Gives to Green. Great jump there from Pettis to keep the ball in play as she gives to the open Fringe, who drives on the right side and is fouled as she pulls up from the elbow.
Fouls number 10, Blanca Alcalde.
It's going to be Alcalde's second foul and the team's fifth.
Allison Fringe at the line, shooting 2.
Missouri Valley 9 fouls on the day, 4 in the first quarter and now 5 in the second. And we're not even to the halfway point here of this second quarter of play. Pioneers lead 31-25. Pioneers have struggled to shut down Giovanna Moore. Number 1 on the court for the Vikings. He's got 7 points on the game and 3 rebounds as Pettis drives. Pettis keeps it herself. Bingo, it's good. And there she is, Moore driving. Player we were just talking about, 7 on the day. Pulls up, starts the fast break and is able to connect there. And get some points going for the Vikings. Pettis with the ball. So an offensive foul there called on Cameron Green. Now as Jordan Gonzalez checks in for the Pioneers, as well as Ariel Sargent. Ariel Sargent comes in. Coach John Lewis discussing this with the official. And play resumes with Moore driving the ball. You know, Giovanna Moore's speed can really be seen on the court. She is very elusive and able to get from point A to point B incredibly well as Sophie Sullivan makes the 3 there. But Moore able to dart all around the court and not be seen while doing so. Able to get some real plays going and do so quickly as Gonzalez able to connect from down low. So Missouri Valley's starting to make a little bit of a comeback as they're now within 6 with just under 4 minutes here in the first half of play. Giovanna Moore loses the ball there a bit, but pulls up for 3, unable to connect. And a whole horde of Pioneers go for the rebound there. Gonzalez pressured at the half-court line by Blanca Alcalde. Rogers drives and tries to stick with that one as Giovanna Moore throws that one right into the hands of Cameron Green. Looking for 3 and able to connect, Maddie Ferreira. Great shot there as this Missouri Valley team is within 5. Pettis drives, pulls up from the arch. From the elbow, unable to connect as Moore gets that rebound and drives. Moore is a great vocal senior leader for this Missouri Valley team as Ferreira looks for another and gets it. So Ferrara looks for another 3-pointer and connects. As Missouri Valley is within 2 with just under 2:30 left in the first half of play. travel called down low on Green, and Pioneers going to make some substitutions. Madison Haney coming in, as well as Allison French. Coming off the court for the Pioneers is Aubrey Rogers and Cameron Green. Pioneers full court press here as Pettis guards Moore. The hard thing about guarding a player like Giovanna Moore is that her speed is hard to stick with and not foul as she travels all the way down the court. Takes that one coast to coast. Tying this one up. Foul called down low. And that one on Blanca Alcalde. Her third, team's fifth. Ariel Sargent shooting 2, and entering is number 22, Maria Rubio. Maria Rubio, the senior from Madrid, Spain. The first one from Sargent does not fall, and the second one does. So Pioneers lead by 1 with just under 2 minutes left in this first half of play. Giovanna Moore taking her time now, not something you see very often from her. Expect her to turn on the Jets soon, set up a play, and get the offense going here for the Vikings, as they've been doing so far in this one. Just under 5 seconds on the shot clock as Moore gets blocked there, and the shot clock expires. So shot clock violation, and the Pioneers will get the ball with just under 1:30 left in this first half of play. Pettis taking it up for the Pioneers. Pettis, the 5'7" senior. And a three-point shot from Allison French. She's fouled as she's shooting. Are they going to count the basket? Potential to be a 4-point play if they count the basket. Let's see what they do. Both teams to the benches. And the referee's going to go check the replay on this one, see if it was the foul was before the shot or after. So an official timeout. Let's see, it's really close there. Let's check that one again. Slow it down a little. So the check there to see is if that foul is a flagrant foul, and also whether or not it's before the shot is off. It's pretty close. You know, the foul was before the shot was off, so I think it'll probably be on the floor. But the question becomes, is it a flagrant? See another angle here. Be curious to see where they go with this one. Referees looking at this one and discussing. Now the referees will discuss with each other what the call should be based off what they saw. So the basket is no good.
The three-point basket did not count. It was after the foul.
So the three-point shot after the foul, not counting the three-pointer there, you know, after seeing that replay, looked pretty clear. A good call there from the officials. And because Sargent, since it was an off-the-ball foul and Sargent was fouled, she will be shooting
Ariel Sargent will be at the line shooting
for the Pioneers. So Ariel Sargent makes the first. and misses the second. Moore with the ball for the Vikings. Just over 1 minute of play here in this first half. Giovanna Moore, great defense there from Bianna Pettis guarding Giovanna Moore down low as Moore gets the ball. Moore drives, guarded by Pettis. They're going to count the basket as Moore makes it and is fouled by Bianna Pettis. So Giovanna Moore at the free throw line now, hoping to put her team up by 1. And she does just that, as there's just under a minute to go in the first half of play. Jordan Gonzalez with the ball. Just around 23 seconds separate the shot and game clock as Lydia Austinson puts that one in. Now 10 seconds separate the shot and game clock. As Sophie Sullivan gives to Kira Williams. Williams with 20 seconds left. Moore drives, looking to make a move. And the three-pointer is good from Maria Rubio. Swish from her as the Pioneers drive with 5 seconds left. Needing to just put the ball up. Austinson shoots, unable to connect. And that's going to be the end of the first half of play. Pioneers trail 44-42. Pioneers hoping Coach John Lewis can have some inspirational words here at halftime to get the team recentered and refocused going into the second half of play. We'll be back in 15 minutes with second half of basketball here at the Bell Family Arena. This is Jack Hancock bringing you today's coverage, and we will be right back. This is Jack Hancock welcoming you back to the Bell Family Arena for Pioneer Basketball. The second half of the 2023-24 Heart of America Athletic Conference Tournament quarterfinal between the Pioneers of Mid-America Nazarene University and the Vikings of Missouri Valley College. This has been an incredible first half of play and should continue to be an incredible second half. Some leaders in this one, certainly for Missouri Valley. Giovanna Moore, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block, has been leading that team along with Sophie Sullivan, who's got 9 points and 2 rebounds. And on the Pioneer side of the ball, it has been Aubrey Rogers who has been unstoppable from beyond the arc, shooting 2 3-pointers, making both, having 12 points on the day with 3 rebounds. As the second half of the quarterfinal of Heart of America Athletic Conference tournament play gets underway. Green with the ball, blocked, and Moore gets the ball. Giovanna Moore. Pioneers really need to shut her down in this second half in order to stay on this one as the Pioneers start the second half trailing by 2. It was a pretty close game to start out, and then in the second quarter the Pioneers really came away with it until the end when Missouri Valley started to come back as Noah Fernandez makes that one. Pioneers needing to not turn over the ball, hoping to limit the turnovers here in this second half as Noah Fernandez ran out of bounds into the padding there. So it's Pioneer ball. Some delay on the court here. They can't find the ball. Nope, the ball is in the official's hand. They had to fix the padding on the basket, and now we can play basketball. So Deanna Pettis Lydia Austinson just heel there on the line, not quite aware of her surroundings, and steps on the out of bounds line there. This ball given to Maddie Ferreira. Impressive job there by the Vikings to stay alive and keep dribbling as Ferreira sinks that from the elbow. Pettis drives. Deanna Pettis gives to Cameron Green, who gives back to Pettis. Pioneers resetting, giving to Austinson up top. Unable to connect on that one. As Giovanna Moore drives in again for the Vikings and is able to expand their lead to 8. Vikings have gone on a 6-0 lead to start this second half of play. And Aubrey Rogers and Allison French checking in for the Pioneers. Rogers hoping to get some action going for the Pioneers offensively. The biggest thing for the Pioneers here in this second half is staying on top of the mental game. Being able to stay focused, not turn the ball over, and play as a collective team. As they do there, some great effort defensively. See if they can follow offensively as Sargent is smothered as she goes up for that one. So Ariel Sargent now to shoot 2.
That's her third personal, first team foul. Ariel Sargent at the line shooting 2.
Sargent 2 for 4 on the day at the free throw line. Makes the first. The last time these two teams played, Sargent had 15 points. Sargent's got 10 to her name today. As the Vikings rebound the missed free throw. Just over 7 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Rogers, great effort to get to that ball. Jordan Gonzalez up top. Cuts to the left. A beautiful play there as she gives to Ariel Sargent. And Sargent gets another 2 on the board. Some great basketball teamwork there, and that is exactly what the Pioneers need to keep doing if they want to stay ahead, or if they want to get ahead in this one. The 3 from Rajane Callahan connects, and the Pioneers trail by 8 with just under 6:30 left in the third quarter. Deanna Pettis has the ball at the elbow. Stuck, gives it to Rogers. Rogers drives, takes it, falls as she's shooting, and misses. French gets the ball. French back to Rogers. Rogers drives, setting things back up. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Pioneers. Ball goes right through the hands of Sargent. Through the hands of Sargent, but was it tipped by a Missouri Valley player? Yes, it was. So the Pioneers will have 5 seconds on the shot clock to make something happen. Pioneers call a timeout. This is a 30-second timeout. And they will be right back, hoping to capitalize on having the ball on their side of the court. Down 8 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Really, the Pioneers need to shut down Giovanna Moore, and 1, stop her from scoring, and 2, stop her from playmaking. I mean, that's what makes Giovanna Moore such a threatening player on the Missouri Valley side. Number 1 there. And the three-pointer missed, but Pettis gets the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Deanna Pettis there. It's going to be her second. Now, what makes player like Giovanna Moore, who's taking the ball up now, so incredibly special is her ability to play make, and you see that on the Pioneer side of the floor as well, with Deanna Pettis, with her ability to maneuver the ball around and make plays, but not like Moore. Giovanna Moore is able to move players around the court and put the ball right where she needs to. She's got 4 assists today, 5 rebounds, and 16 points. So they call the foul on number 30, Ariel Sargent, her second personal and second team this quarter. Pioneers trail 10 with just under 5:30 to go in the third quarter of play. The ball being brought down low. Callahan pulls up, unable to connect as Sargent gets the rebound, gives to Pettis. Pettis is driving to Gonzalez. Jordan Gonzalez Pass to Aubrey Rogers. Rogers guarded there by Giovanna Moore. Some tight defense here from Missouri Valley. A great zone defense where they're switching. And able to open up the lane there for Aubrey Rogers was Ariel Sargent with her screen. But Pioneers unable to connect. And it's going to be Missouri Valley ball. A wide open Callahan, unable to connect. And thankfully for the Pioneers, as Rogers drives. Fouled as she's going up. Rogers will get a free throw. Rogers will get 2 free throws.
That's her third personal. Second team foul.
And entering for the Pioneers is Lydia Austinson and Cameron Green.
Lydia Austinson. Aubrey Rogers at the line shooting 2.
Rogers to shoot 2. Rogers with 12 points on the night so far, make it 13. Pioneers discussing defensively what the plan is going to be. Coach John Lewis is fired up on the Pioneer sideline. Now entering for Missouri Valley will be number 3, Kira Williams, coming in for Sophie Sullivan. Pioneers pressing here. Hoping to shut down Missouri Valley before they can cross half court. As Giovanna Moore drives. And gives to Ferreira, who's unable to connect as the Pioneers come up with the rebound. Gonzalez gives to Green down low. Green posts up. That one doesn't fall. Moore gives to Williams. Williams back to Moore. Back to Williams. And a great interception there from Allison French. French takes it herself. A phenomenal interception there on defense from Allison French. Pioneers have been forcing some key turnovers here late in the third quarter as they trail 47-55 with just under 3:30 to go. Pioneers trail by 9. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Maria Rubio is able to bend over backwards like a gymnast to connect there. French with the ball in the corner, gives to Gonzalez. There goes Austinson, and she's fouled. Foul is on Giovanna Moore, her second. Gonzalez with the ball, gives to Rogers, wide open for 3. It's good! Aubrey Rogers able to make the 3 fall, and the Pioneers trail by 7. Rogers guarding tight, not letting the momentum get to her head too much, and staying in this one, staying focused. That's what the Pioneers need to do. They've got some momentum on their side, but now they need to keep it on their side. Gonzalez for 3. That one doesn't fall for her as the Vikings get the rebound. Giovanna Moore gives down low to Maria Rubio. Rubio unable to connect. Green down low after receiving that pass is good. So Cameron Green gets some points for the Pioneers and puts them within 5. Pioneer defense needing a big stop here and needing to come up with a huge defensive stop. You've got Gonzalez guarding the ball. 1:30 left in the third quarter of play. Giovanna Moore, tightly guarded by Aubrey Rogers, makes a move behind the back, unable to connect from the free throw line. Austinson driving, Gives to Rogers, slowing down things. What the Pioneers need to do, they've got plenty of time. As Gonzalez does the give and go. Bit of a handoff and takes that one to the hole for the Pioneers. So a 30-second timeout called by Missouri Valley to reset, as now they only lead by 3. They were up 12 and now lead 3. Great effort by the Pioneers defensively. And the Pioneers have been making some important shots thanks to Aubrey Rogers out there. 17 points for the Pioneers in this one. Rogers, 3 for 3 in three-pointers and also with 4 rebounds. Huge for the Pioneers also has been Cameron Green with 5 assists and 2 rebounds. But still on that Missouri, one thing the Pioneers have done great here in this third quarter of play is that Giovanni Moore has not scored in quite some time. So the Pioneers on a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes, a 9-2 run, as Missouri Valley is scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds. They hope to get something going here with just under a minute left in the third quarter of play. Giovanna Moore. Driving is Rubio. Great defense as Austinson gets the ball and is fouled. Austinson fouled by Callahan. Callahan's 4th. As Missouri Valley makes a substitution, bringing in Blanca Alcalde. So Callahan gets 4 and they say no more. As she comes out, Callahan has 5 points, and Callahan will be missed in the rebounding aspect as she leads the team with 7 rebounds. Pettis drives, fouled as she goes up. Fouled by number 1, Giovanna Moore. Moore's 3rd, and Moore would be a player that this Missouri Valley team cannot afford to lose. In this fourth quarter, 4 seconds separate the shot and game clock with 34 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Deanna Pettis makes the first as the Pioneers trail by 2. Pioneers on a 9-0 run. And the Vikings now hope to get some points on the board for the first time in 2.5 minutes. 3 seconds separate shot and game clock. Foul, travel. So it will be Pioneer ball with 15.6 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter of play. Deanna Pettis drives the ball up the court for the Pioneers with 10 seconds left. Green gives to Austinson. Austinson drives. Austinson wide open, able to connect. Just 1 second on the clock now as time expires in the third quarter, and the Pioneers lead 58-57. A great third quarter of play from the Pioneers. The Pioneers scoring 16 points in the third quarter, but more importantly, what the Pioneers did in that quarter was hold Missouri Valley to only 13. Started the quarter pretty tough for the Pioneers, but are now back in action as they've gone on an 11-0 run in the last 3 minutes, 13-2 run in the last 5.5 minutes.
The MNU men's basketball team will play host to Peru State in the North America Athletic Conference tournament.
The MNU men's team will play tomorrow night here at the Bell Family Correction, Friday at the Bell Family Arena here. At 7 p.m., they will host Peru State in the semifinals of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. As we have the first torn here to get going in the fourth quarter of play. Missouri Valley with 19 turnovers on the day, and the Pioneers with 7. It's been one thing where the Pioneers have been leading in this one is the turnover battle. However, the Pioneers are being out-rebounded 27-19, so foul there on Kira Williams, her second. And you hear that Missouri Valley has 20 turnovers and the Pioneers have 9, and you think, how is this score this close? Pioneers only lead by 1. Well, if you look at the rebounds, it's where the Pioneers are lacking in this one, as Cameron Green able to drive to the basket there for the Pioneers. But Aubrey Rogers and Allison French have been huge in rebounding for the Pioneers in this one, both with 4 apiece. Blanca Alcalde makes the basket there. Another thing the Pioneers have done a pretty good job of today is staying out of foul trouble, while Missouri Valley has struggled getting in to foul trouble. The 3 from Rogers, no good. Pioneers only with 6 fouls on this one, as Giovanna Moore able to make that one fall. Pioneers with 6 fouls, while the Vikings have 17 personal fouls in this one, as Deanna Pettis drives. Rogers open down low, sticks with it and is able to connect. Aubrey Rogers getting points there for the Pioneers to put them up 62-61 with just under 8:30 left in the fourth quarter of play. The winner of this one will go on to play Grandview. Foul called there on number 22. Correction, foul on number 24, Noah Fernandez. As the winner of this one.
Correction, the foul is number 23, Sophie Sullivan.
Correction, the foul was on 23, Sophie Sullivan. The public address announcer just issued the correction to that statistics. So the winner of this one will go and face Grandview University in the semifinals of the Heart of America Athletic Conference Tournament. The Pioneers beat Grandview 76-68 as Cameron Green is able to make that one fall. And when the Pioneers beat Grandview, they were ranked number 17 in the nation. As Sophie Sullivan unable to make that one fall. And checking in for the Pioneers is going to be Jordan Gonzalez and Ariel Sargent. Sargent has been electric for the Pioneers with 12 points and 3 rebounds. And Gonzalez with 4 assists. Gonzalez has been a great playmaker today for the Pioneers, as you see her taking the ball down the court right now. Green gets fouled down low by Giovanna Moore. That's going to be Moore's 4th foul. Moore's only got 1 more before she fouls out as her team trails by 3 in this one. So Moore's going to have to be careful in the rest of today's contest. Ball given to Blanca Alcalde, and Moore with the ball up top now. Gives to Alcalde. A little bit of a jumper there and able to connect. Pettis takes it up for the Pioneers. Gives to Green down low. Cameron Green. Cameron Green down low. There's a reason she leads the team in points, as she is this Pioneer team's secret weapon down low, averaging 6.2 rebounds a game and 11.5 points a game. She's got 12 points in today's contest and 2 rebounds. And a great charge taken there by Aubrey Rogers. So, offensive foul called on Sophie Sullivan, which will be her second. And entering for the Pioneers will be Lydia Austinson. So Pioneers lead by 6 with 6:13 left in the fourth quarter of play. Gonzalez taking up the ball for the Pioneers. With Green down low. Foul called on number 10, Blanca Alcalde, her 4th. So that's now 3 players for this Missouri Valley team with 4 fouls. And unfortunately for the Vikings, all of the players with 4 fouls have been playing very good basketball. It's Gianna Moore with 4 fouls. She's got 18 points and 8 rebounds. As Sargent nails the free throws there. Sargent's up to 14 points on today. As Missouri Valley drives, Noah Fernandez puts that one up but gets fouled as she goes up. Foul called on Cameron Green. Green's second. So checking back in now for the Vikings. Is Rejahane Callahan, who is another player with 4 fouls, but 7 rebounds for that team and 6 points in this one so far. Correction, 5 points in this one, as Fernandez makes her first free throw. The Vikings now only trailing 3 after Fernandez makes both free throws. Just under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of play. Fernandez gives to Green. For 3, Sargent. Sargent trying to get to that one, but comes in a bit strong and picks up her 3rd foul on the night. Giovanna Moore with the ball up top. Moore turns it over. Gonzalez waiting to set things up as Sargent drives and is fouled as she goes up. So the foul's on Noah Fernandez, and that is another Missouri Valley player with her 4th. Fernandez, 8 points on the night and 6 rebounds. Player that's been very helpful to this Missouri Valley team, as Ariel Sargent makes both free throws. So Sargent up to 16 points on the night, as the Pioneers lead by 5 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. For 3, unable to connect is Ferreira, as Pioneers get the rebound. This Pioneer offense is still playing pretty aggressive, which is a bit surprising as Green is down low, and the rebound there Austinson can't connect. And Pioneers taking their time now as they're up 5. They've got the lead and the ball and the momentum, so they can take their time as Green gets the ball down low. Sargent for 3, Gonzalez. Vikings driving down. Going for 3 is Sophie Sullivan, and she converts. So 70-68 with just under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Cameron Green gives to Jordan Gonzalez. Lydia Austinson. Lydia Austinson coming up clutch. Huge for the Pioneers there. And that is one of the things that makes Lydia Austinson such a great senior leader for this Pioneer squad. And a huge block from Cameron Green, leading to a jump ball and Pioneer ball. 3:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. Allison French and Deanna Pettis checking in for the Pioneers. Pettis checking back in and taking the ball up for the Pioneers. Gonzalez cuts down low. Beautiful play. And that one doesn't fall. As Giovanna Moore drives down the court with her speed, tries to take it coast to coast, but can't connect on that one. Gonzalez gives to Rogers. Rogers for 3. Aubrey Rogers able to connect for yet another three-pointer and her 22nd point on the night. Aubrey Rogers is 3 for 4 from beyond the arch as the Pioneers lead by 7 with just under 2:30 to go in this fourth quarter. The Heart of America Athletic Conference women's semifinal game will be played Saturday at 2 p.m. Rogers for 3, can't connect on that one. As Ferreira gets the rebound. Giovanna Moore with just under 2 minutes. Can the Vikings get anything cooking offensively, and can this Pioneer defense stay true? The basket is good from Rajane Callahan.
Timeout. Missouri Valley, 30-second timeout.
So Missouri Valley calls a 30-second timeout with just under 2 minutes to go as the Pioneers lead by 5. Ariel Sargent, senior from Stillwell, Kansas, played at Blue Valley Southwest for the Pioneers here. And what is her last game on Rocky Lamar Court is 2 points away from her career high of 18 points, where she's sitting at 16 right now. As the Pioneers lead by 5, hoping to come away with the win in this one and travel to Des Moines, Iowa for Saturday. Pettis takes it up. Pioneers likely to slow things down here in the next minute and 22 seconds. Pioneers can't turn the ball over like that as the Vikings drive. Noah Fernandez makes the basket and is fouled. A huge foul
That's her first
to be called on Jordan Gonzalez,
third team foul.
as she's going to check out with 1:21 left. And Missouri Valley,
Austinson back in for the Pioneers.
Noah Fernandez has the potential to make this a 2-point game. Fernandez does just that, and it's going to be Pioneer ball. Pettis with the ball, 1:20 left on the clock. Deanna Pettis gives to Cameron Green down low, and Cameron Green is able to connect and come up with some huge clutch points for the Pioneers. 1 minute remaining in this one. Looking for Moore. Moore gives to Sullivan. Moore for three. Unable to connect as Allison Fringe comes up with a huge rebound, and the Pioneers turn it over. The Pioneers turn it over, and Giovanna Moore makes the basket for the Vikings. So the Pioneers lead by 2 with 36.7 left in this one. A crucial turnover gave the ball into the hands of Giovanna Moore as Missouri Valley's press was successful, and the Kira Williams fouls to stop the clock, but has 3 fouls. You know, you're getting to the point with this Missouri Valley roster where there are not too many more players who can afford to foul to stop the clock. They've got 3 players on the court right now with 4 fouls. As Deanna Pettis makes the free throw, puts the Pioneers up 3. A make here would make this a 2-possession game for the Pioneers. Deanna Pettis comes up with a huge make for the Pioneers. Big clutch make from the 5'7" senior from Memphis, as Missouri Valley calls a full timeout with 35.2 seconds left in this one today. The Pioneers lead 79-75. This Pioneer lead is in huge part to Aubrey Rogers. Rogers, 22 points on the game. And Rogers also has 5 rebounds and 2 steals. Also in large thanks to both Ariel Sargent and Cameron Green. Sargent with 16 points and Green with 14. Sargent with 6 rebounds and Green with 6 assists. But the Pioneers need to sink some shots, as they are 1 for 7 in their last 7 shots attempted. And for Missouri Valley, led in large part by junior Giovanna Moore. Giovanna Moore, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Giovanna Moore with a double-double today for Missouri Valley. An incredible performance from her. But a great performance from this Pioneer team as a whole, as 4 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Rebound by Lydia Austinson off the make, and that's huge for the Pioneers. That Kira Williams was unable to come up with the make, and Austinson comes up with the rebound and a timeout called.
30-second timeout on Pioneers.
So the Pioneers take a timeout now. Make an offensive game plan. They're up 4. Can't afford to turn the ball over. So what are they going to do here? 26 seconds. Need to beat the full court press from Missouri Valley. See what the Pioneers can draw up here from head coach John Lewis in this one with 25.7 left. It'll be Pioneer ball on the far sideline. Pettis will throw it in. Likely to see a lot of Pioneers moving around, getting open. And Missouri Valley subbed in Maddie Ferreira. Likely to foul as Aubrey Rogers is wide open in the middle, able to make that one there and put the Pioneers up 6 as Giovanna Moore can't connect. Missouri Valley comes up with the rebound and gets fouled. So the foul's on Aubrey Rogers, and it'll be Missouri Valley ball. The three is good from Rajane Callahan. And Pettis gets fouled. So Pettis will go to the line. 1-1 now for the Pioneers. So Pettis will shoot. Pettis will shoot 2. Correction. Pettis to shoot 2 for the Pioneers with 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pioneers up 3. And that was a huge make for the Pioneers, making this one a 4-possession game. Or a 4-point game, excuse me, a 2-possession, 4-point game. Pettis nails that one. And Giovanna Moore goes for 3, unable to connect, and that's going to seal the deal for this one. Pioneers win 83-78, thanks in large part to Aubrey Rogers, 24 points, 5 rebounds. Allison French, 6 rebounds. Ariel Sargent, 6 rebounds, 16 points. And the Pioneers are headed to Des Moines. So the Pioneers to head to Des Moines, Iowa on Saturday to play Grandview University, who they beat 76-78. So should be an exciting semifinal. Between the 3rd-ranked Pioneers and the 2nd-ranked Grandview team. This will be an exciting one. Thank you, folks, for joining tonight. I've been Jack Hancock on behalf of the Pioneers, signing out.
In the Heart of America Athletic Conference Tournament semifinals this Friday, March 1st, with a tip-off at 7 p.m. Let's have a big crowd out here Friday night at 7 p.m. Until then, thanks for coming and good night, everybody.